Hello and welcome, Geminis. So, Geminis, where are we going to go now? Okay, so I mixed up the decks in the Aquarius one. This is going to be the energy, this is your emotional, and this is just the tarot. So for energy, I kind of mix with these two, like between them. So for the emotional reading we do this, but for the overall energy we're using the animal spirit, which makes sense. It's straightforward. So let's get into it. What is your energy for the month of July? What spirit is guiding you? Try it this way because it seems to jump better this way. Oh, you jumped with it. The stag. Take the lead. So Gemini, you guys are taking the lead in something here. Taking charge. You're just taking charge of things maybe in your own life or in work or hello. In work, I was going to say, and I wanted to see what jumped out, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. So you guys are taking the lead in work or something here because you're seeing the fruit and you're basking in the garden here, and we see that you guys are really embracing the accomplishments you have. Do you know? There's nothing wrong with embracing it and just taking the lead and going, yeah, I did that. What of it? That's my work. So that is your energy for the month. Now let's carry on. I'm going to scoot the animals and stuff out of the way. So let's carry on. What happened? So we're going to do 9 cards, past, present, future, and go from there. Let's go from the past. What happened? What messages do you have for Gemini? I knew you said Sagittarius. Come on, Gemini, what do you have? What's happening? Princess of Swords. Okay. Past. Recent past. King of Cups. Okay. Just like reading it as it goes, but it could change, you see, depending on the next card. Queen of Wands in reverse. I'll do the present line as well. You hear a fan, I have a fan. If you hear a helicopter, I have a helicopter outside. 9 of Cups. Okay. Eight of Cups. Whoa, too many. Calm down. Six of Swords in reverse. Okay. Focus on the past here. Princess of Swords is the Page of Swords. We're learning something. I always say pages are learning. They're always learning. And you recognize some sort of intelligence you had. You had the beans to admit to yourself what you don't know. So you don't know everything. That's the whole point of the Princess of Swords here. You are curious though to what you need to know, which is nice, and we'll see what that is. The Moon in reverse. So what do you guys need to know? I will be using a book for reverses because I want to learn reverses. So you will hear the flickering of a book. The Moon in reverse. Do I like wandering in the dark and feeling confused? Because it reveals me of the responsibility for my actions, or gives me an excuse. Do I pull myself in danger or uncertain situations? That makes sense. Because you're diving into things that you think you know and you don't know. So you're uncertain about it, so hence the Moon in reverse. So that makes sense. In the past, like the recent past, so about the last month or so, near the end, you guys were in a situation where you thought you knew stuff, but you don't. And it backfired and you realise, whoa, I'm in a bit too deep here. I don't know my shit. Now we're going to go on to the King of Cups, which is usually a mature man. A very mature man. emotionally available, we'll say, and they're very mature. They're usually a water sign, and it's just saying, like, let your heart and desire of to foster love and connections drive your actions, build bridges and relationships. So after this, you probably build a relationship maybe with a mature man or a older person, like just gender, whatever you're into, gender role reversal here. So there's a mature person in your life, and you seek guidance from them to learn more. Like, you want to learn what you thought you knew. Like, oh, I know everything, and then you realize, oh, I do not know everything. So that's where you were. And then with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Because I'm trying to think. She normally means take action and get stuff done and all the lovely things. And in reverse, she means being pushy, bossy, and controlling. So this is what you end up being with this person. Five of Wands in reverse. That makes sense to me. Five of Wands in reverse. Like, Five of Wands is where you're squabbling. This person's being really bossy. Or you become bossy thinking you know it all when you don't. Okay? Calm yourself. You don't know everything. And it becomes very hurtful kind of criticism. So in the last while, this person you were looking up to has seen how bossy you are. You're not the right leader. You see what I mean? Taking the lead, basking in the fruits of your labour. You're the wrong kind of boss here. You're the one that nobody wants. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're too bossy. You're too very mean or personal in your criticism of others. So now we're going to go into the present. This is this week, or the first week of July. We have the Nine of Cups. So your wishes are coming true. So something wishful is coming true. And let's see what that is. We have the Seven of Swords. This is the one where the guy's putting the swords behind him, and all your wishes coming true of the things you're looking at everything you've achieved, and which is great. So you've achieved the thing you didn't know, but you're not looking forward at what's coming up. Do you get me? Like, you're not looking at what's coming up. And what's coming up is that you need to walk away from something. You need to disconnect yourself from something here. And we have the Four of Swords. So you need to disconnect yourself from work, or this squabble that you have going on in work, and rest and rejuvenate, because the Four of Swords shows that you need to walk away and take a holiday, take a break. So July is about taking the lead. Yes, you're taking the lead, but in the wrong way here. And then now, presently, you need to take the lead on your own well-being. I see. Six of Swords in reverse. So Six of Swords usually means, that's the Six of Wands. What am I doing? I was about to say victorious and stuff. Six of Swords is where you're moving away. You're travelling. But in reverse, let's see what that means in reverse. Hey, it's no harm in learning something new. I might as well learn it while I do the readings. Six of Swords. Delay, being stuck, choosing to stay in a bad position. So you guys know you need some rest and rejuvenation. And then this, I say this is your boss. This King of Cups is the boss that you're looking up to, who thinks you're ideal for the role. Sees that you're bossy and very hurtful in your. They're getting complaints going. They're a bit too personal in their reviews of me, and they're not taking the right lead. Your wishes come true, and you see that you learned the thing you don't know. That's present, and then you walk away from something and need a rest and rejuvenation thing. But we see that because this is in reverse, you're delaying this holiday. You're delaying this travel. You're delaying this. And we see the Hierophant came up. You're delaying this because of spiritual guidance, I think. You're delaying it because you think it's not the traditional way to deal with things. It's not the right way just to go, oh, I called someone a bitch in work, and you move on, kind of thing. You need a holiday. You're delaying this relaxing stage of yourself. presently. So you're not relaxing, you're working essentially. Even if you're like, oh, I need to take so many photos for this person at home. That's not the whole point of a holiday. The whole point of holiday is for you to rejuvenate, not others. But you may seek some kind of spiritual guidance or guidance from an elder. That's what I always say. If you're not religious, the Hierophant could mean you seek traditional advice from an elder. The Magician came up for the I got stuck in a loop there. Came up for the future. So you gained the skills. Do you see that? You gained the skills to move on. This is what's coming up in July. The rest of July. Hello? No? Okay. Temperance came up. And the Two of Wands. So this entire future coming up now, I'm going to flip the camera around a little bit. And you can see the bottom down here. So the Hanged Man, do you hear me? The Magician came up. So you got all the skills. Do you see that? You became this multitasking, well-skilled person by the month of July. There's Temperance. You know how to balance things. You're balancing work and like spending time on your own. But Two of Wands came up again for another sign. You're making a really hard decision. Now let me see what the Magician was about, and we have the Lovers in reverse. The Lovers usually means your passions and all your heart's desires, and in reverse it means, how am I denying my desires? What else if not my heart is driving this decision? So are you using your head or your heart for this decision to gain these skills? Like, was this decision to get all these skills for you or for this King of Cups? That this could be a manager, it could be just a mature man in your life. So it could be a grandparent, it could be a dad, it could be anyone. Or it could be role reversal. Do you know? So you need to see, like, were these the decisions right for me and not for them? Temperance shows that you have the balance, and we're going to see what comes up. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So we see you have the balance. You have the way to keep everything calm and steady. But we need to see what was that? Because I know the Ace of Wands in normal is upright is just do it. You're doing it, you know. And you missed an opportunity here. It's delayed. It's because you delayed it here. You delayed a holiday, an opportunity for a holiday. Maybe it's a big holiday, and you went, nah, I'd rather stay at home and do some work, if that's alright. So you have a big decision to make to come up, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. You have a big decision to make to go on the holiday or not, and you do make a good decision by the looks of it, because the Wheel of Fortune's upright. It keeps going, and it makes a great turnabout for you guys. Now we're going to see the energy of these situations. So present and future only, because the past has already happened. You knew how you felt back then, you know how it was. So let's continue. No came up for the 9 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. So your wish is going true. You're seeing, look at all the stuff I've done, it's great, but you're not looking forward. So you need to say, no, don't do that. Like, you're saying no to yourself. Do not do that. Don't look at the things you have achieved. Look at where you're going. Like, look at where you're going. Oh, I haven't seen this card before. This is amazing. I have this deck about 4 years, and I have not seen any of these some cards come out. So that's interesting. Some cards just don't come out. 8 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. You're walking away and you're taking some rest and rejuvenation time. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So how is this? Like, how is this situation making you feel drained? Like, what is draining you? Like, what's draining your energy from it? I've never seen that card before. And And we see the Six of Swords in reverse and the Hierophant. So you miss an opportunity here to travel. You're in denial, you delay it. And you think it's not the traditional way to do it. Like, it's not the traditional way to walk away while it's still heated with drama in the office kind of thing. Fill up your well. Retreat, rest and refuel. It's there in the cards. It says it there in plain English. Like, you need to know when to stop and just have a break, like. And for the Magician and the Lovers in reverse, where you gain all the skills but you're not happy with these skills, you're not happy with who you've become, it's not your heart's desire kind of thing, and we see the ever unfolding rose crack open. It's happening for you, not to you. You're like, oh, why me? It's not why me. It's like, oh, it's happening for me. That's the whole point, you see. And these are the flowers that are in that, in the Nine of Pentacles, if you think about it. These are the flowers that have happened. See? Flowers cracking a rose. Love when it happens. Temperance and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Break the chain. You get the break. You get the balance you want. You learn everything and all that stuff. You get the balance between work and social life. But you missed an opportunity here. And we need to break the chain. You need to break the chain, ancestral patterns. Healing, rewrite the future. So you need to break this old habit. It's a really ingrained habit. Like, oh, my parents didn't do that when they were my age. Yeah, it's not the same as the 70s back then, Geminis. It's not the same. It's different nowadays. Everything's different. It's not the same as you were when you were growing up. It's a different world out there, so you need to start readjusting to it. And then you have the Two of Wands, where you're making a decision to either go on the holiday or not with this family or friends, and the Wheel of Fortune is in your favour because it's upright, and we see that you do go on, make a decision, a very good decision to go. And we see the Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? So what country, what place are you being called to journey to? Like, where is this plane taking you? If you had a plane ticket to go anywhere in the world but didn't want to know, where would you go? Where would you like to go? Where would you like the universe to throw you to? Now we're going to go on to the animal spirit. So this is the energy. Sorry, the emotional sense. Sorry, I mixed them up. I'll take these two. We have the flamingo and the koala. Okay. So because some fell first, for the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Swords, we had where you were wishes come true. You're like, look at all the stuff I've done. Hey, but you're not looking at where you're going. Like, where is this taking you? And you don't. The energy was saying, no, do not do that. And we have flamingo. Embrace the in between. Embrace that in between bit where you don't know where you're going. You know where you want to end up. You know where you've been. You embrace that, like, middle, if that makes sense. Next up we have the Eight of Cups and the Four of Swords, where you were walking away from a situation and you're learning to rest a bit, like rest and rejuvenate. And then the energy was saying, don't dim to fit in. So don't go to their level to fit in. And we have the koala. Spirit has a plan. This is all meant to happen. This is a lesson for you guys. The koala there is just chilling without a dream catcher on its head. This is all meant to happen for you guys. It's all meant to happen for a reason. You're meant to learn this. You're meant to learn this for a valid reason for life. Then we see that you missed an opportunity to move on, and you wanted to stick to tradition kind of thing. So you're sticking to your guns, old-fashioned ways. Fill up your well, retreat, rest and refuel. But you missed it. So you missed an opportunity here. And we have the butterfly. Transformation is beautiful. So this is part of your transformation. Either you thought you missed it, you meant to learn. Tradition isn't always the case. And you transform into something here because you've taken that time to rest here and you brought it over here. For the Magician and the Lovers in reverse, we had the unfolding rose. You gained the skills, you weren't really happy with your... Is it really your heart's desire? What's happening? I'm doubting myself. And then the ever-unfolding rose showed that this is happening for you, not to you. And then we have the white raven spirit. Trust in the magic. So trust in the universe, trust in, the small little signs you see. Trust in the things that you believe are true. This one jumped out. And we have the badger for temperance and the ace of wands. So this is where you found the balance but you missed an opportunity. And then we have break the chains. Where you need to break tradition up here. That's where you're transforming. And we see be fearless and bold. Be fearless about this change. Be fearless about breaking those chains and just keeping that balance. And don't miss out on the opportunities because of traditions and things that are built into you. And we have the peacock for two of wands and the wheel of fortune, which is where you made a decision to either take that last minute opportunity that you missed and where you've been called to. And we see the let it shine. So from the peacock. So you're just letting... So it might be somewhere sunshiny, I think, because it said let it shine. Like, let it shine. But we see that you guys are being called to somewhere and it's filling you up so much with joy and happiness. So, Geminis, you were taking the lead a lot in this reading, both in work and in personal life. And we see the 9 of Pentacles, so it clearly stuck to it. So that is your reading for the month of July. I will leave that there and I'll see you all next time.